Is your dog constantly shaking and you don't know why? Well, you're not alone. A common concern among dog owners is their furry friend's unexplained shaking. It can be quite perplexing, not to mention worrying. It's vital to understand that shaking can be a sign of various underlying issues. But don't fret, because knowledge is power. In this video, we'll delve into the possible reasons and what you can do about it. So, let's put on our detective hats and solve this mystery together. First, it's crucial to differentiate between normal and excessive shaking in dogs. Just like humans, dogs have a range of physical responses to their environments. Shaking is one of them, and it's not always a cause for alarm. Normal shaking can occur for a variety of reasons. Perhaps your furry friend is wet and trying to dry off after a bath or a romp in the rain. Or maybe they're just plain excited to see you after a long day apart. This kind of shaking is usually brief and harmless. However, when shaking becomes excessive, it might be a sign of something more serious. Excessive shaking is persistent, and it doesn't seem to have an obvious trigger like excitement or being wet. It can happen while your dog is at rest, or it could even disrupt their normal activities. Excessive shaking in dogs can be likened to a car's check engine light. It's your pet's way of signaling that something isn't quite right under the hood. And just like you wouldn't ignore your car's warning light, you shouldn't disregard this sign from your pup. It's important to remember that dogs can't communicate their discomfort or pain in the same way humans do. Their shaking might be their only way of showing you that they're unwell. So if you notice your dog shaking excessively, it's time to investigate the possible causes. Physical health problems are often behind excessive dog shaking. Let's delve a bit deeper into this to understand what could potentially be going wrong with our furry friend's health. Just like us humans, dogs too can experience physical discomfort that can trigger shaking. This could be due to pain, diseases, or even changes in temperature. Let's run through a few common causes. Firstly, pain. Dogs are champions at hiding their pain. It's a survival instinct. However, shaking might be one of those rare signs that your dog is hurting. This could be due to a physical injury, an internal issue like pancreatitis, or a chronic condition such as arthritis. So, if your dog is shaking, it might be worth noting if there are other signs of discomfort like loss of appetite or changes in behavior. Next up, diseases. Certain diseases can cause shaking in dogs. These include distemper, a serious viral illness, and Addison's disease, a condition that affects the adrenal glands. Kidney disease, neurological disorders, and even certain types of cancer can lead to shaking. It's a grim list, but it's important to be aware of these possibilities. Lastly, let's talk about temperature changes. Dogs can shake when they're too cold or too hot, just like us. A chilly winter walk could lead to your dog shaking from the cold. On the flip side, overheating on a hot summer's day could also cause shaking as your dog struggles to cool down. It's worth noting that certain breeds are more susceptible to temperature changes. For example, small breeds and those with short or thin coats might feel the cold more intensely, while brachycephalic breeds, those with short noses and flat faces, might struggle with heat more than others. So, what's the takeaway here? Pay attention to your dog's behavior and physical condition. If your dog's shaking is accompanied by other worrying signs, it might be indicative of a more serious health issue. Remember, if your dog is shaking due to a physical health issue, it's crucial to consult a veterinarian. Your vet is the best person to diagnose and treat any underlying health issues causing your dog to shake. Emotional distress can also cause your dog to shake. Just like humans, dogs experience a range of emotions that can influence their physical state. Among these are anxiety, fear, and excitement, all of which can lead to shaking. Let's start with anxiety. Dogs can suffer from anxiety due to a variety of reasons, such as separation from their owners, changes in their environment, or even past traumas. This anxiety can manifest physically, often resulting in shaking or trembling. Picture a dog left alone at home, pacing back and forth, ears back, tail tucked. This is a classic sign of separation anxiety, which can cause shaking as the dog's body reacts to the stress. Fear is another emotional cause. Dogs might be afraid of loud noises, new environments, or unfamiliar people or animals. Remember, fear can stem from past experiences or unfamiliarity. The sound of thunder or fireworks, for instance, can trigger a fear response in dogs, causing them to shake. And let's not forget about excitement. Yes, even positive emotions can cause your dog to shake. When a dog gets excited, it might shake or tremble from the rush of adrenaline. Think about a dog wagging its tail furiously and trembling slightly as its owner comes home. That's an example of a dog shaking from excitement. Certain situations can trigger these emotions, leading to shaking. For instance, a dog might shake out of fear during a trip to the vet, or out of excitement when a favorite person visits. By recognizing these triggers, you can help manage your dog's emotional responses and, in turn, their shaking. It's worth noting that dogs are individuals, each with their own emotional responses and triggers. What scares one dog might not faze another. Similarly, what excites one dog might not interest another. In conclusion, understanding your dog's emotional state is crucial. It's about more than just knowing why your dog is shaking. It's about understanding your dog's needs and responses, helping them navigate their world, and ensuring they feel safe and secure. Understanding your dog's emotional state can help you address the cause of their shaking. Now that we've discussed potential causes, let's talk about solutions. Addressing the root cause of the shaking is the best way to help your beloved pet feel better. If your dog's shaking is due to a physical health issue, the first port of call should be your trusted veterinarian. They can perform a thorough examination and may recommend tests to identify any underlying conditions. Once a diagnosis is made, they can recommend an appropriate treatment plan. This might involve medication, dietary changes, or even surgery in some cases. On the other hand, if the shaking is due to emotional distress or anxiety, there are several approaches we can take. Training can be a powerful tool in managing a dog's anxiety. You might consider working with a professional dog trainer or behaviorist who can provide targeted strategies to help your dog cope better with stress. Creating a comfortable and secure environment is also vital. Dogs are creatures of habit, so maintaining a consistent routine can provide a sense of security. Offer plenty of opportunities for exercise and mental stimulation, as a tired dog is generally a happy dog. And remember, positive reinforcement goes a long way. Rewarding your dog for calm behavior can help them learn to relax. Sometimes the shaking could be due to fear or phobias. In such cases, desensitization and counter-conditioning techniques can be quite helpful. These techniques involve gradually exposing your dog to the thing they fear in a controlled way, combined with positive reinforcement. Lastly, there are a variety of products available designed to help dogs with anxiety, such as anxiety wraps or calming diffusers. These can provide an additional layer of support alongside training and environmental changes. Remember, every dog is unique, and what works for one might not work for another. It's important to be patient and observant, and to seek professional advice when needed. Your love and commitment to helping your dog navigate their fears and anxieties will go a long way in making them feel safe and secure. Addressing the root cause of the shaking is key to helping your dog feel better. Excessive shaking in dogs can be worrisome, but understanding the causes can help. We've covered a lot of ground today, diving into the reasons why our canine companions might shake more than usual. We've learned that shaking can be a normal part of a dog's behavior, a response to certain stimuli, or an indication of an underlying health issue. We began by distinguishing between normal and excessive shaking. We learned that while some shaking is normal, continuous, unexplained shaking might signify a deeper issue. It's important to understand the distinction to ensure that your furry friend isn't suffering silently. We then explored potential physical health issues that could cause excessive shaking in dogs. These range from simple matters like feeling cold or being wet, to more serious conditions like canine distemper, generalized tremor syndrome, or even poisoning. Next, we delved into the emotional aspects that could lead to shaking. Dogs, much like us humans, experience a wide range of emotions. They can get anxious, stressed, or excited, all of which can trigger shaking. Recognizing these emotional triggers can help you create a safer, more comfortable environment for your dog. Finally, we discussed solutions and treatments. We learned that the best approach largely depends on the cause. It could be as simple as drying your dog off after a bath, or it might require a trip to the vet for a proper diagnosis and treatment plan. Knowledge is power, and understanding why your dog might be shaking excessively is the first step towards ensuring their health and happiness. It's crucial to remember that excessive shaking is not normal and should be addressed promptly. If you found this video informative, please subscribe to our channel and activate notifications. We regularly share helpful tips for pet owners. Remember, your dog's health and well-being are in your hands. Your attention to their behaviors and your willingness to learn and understand can make all the difference.